What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia, and this is a full-body kettlebell workout.
We'll work to burn fat and build lean muscle.
This is a no-repeat routine, which means we'll be performing just one set of each exercise.
Let's get started. Let's begin by preparing our bodies for today's workout with a dynamic warm-up. We're going to move to the floor for our first one into a half kneeling position here. We're going to perform a rotating hip flexor plus hamstring stretch, placing those hands on our head. Want your glutes nice and tight. Now we are going to rock or come forward, stretching that quadricep and hip flexor. And now we want to rock back, straighten out that lead leg, and then rotate to that same side, stretching that hamstring. So going back and forth between the two, not a static stretch, it's a dynamic stretch. So we're moving through the two, getting some rotational mobility in here as well. Hamstrings, glutes, quadriceps, hip flexors, and very good. Let's switch it up to the opposite side now. Again, glutes are tight and come forward. That'll help you get that hip flexor engaged. And then straighten out that lead leg as we twist into it. Breathing throughout. No breath holding here. Really hitting that whole lower body with just one move. Makes it pretty efficient. Last one. Very good. All right, we're going to move to a quadruped. Oh, yeah, and the back too. Definitely warming up the back. Moving to a quadruped position, we're going to stretch our wrists. They are going to be worked and put to the test today with this kettlebell workout. Fingers are pointed forward. We're going to gently rock forward and back. Gently rock forward. Not just the wrist, but those forearm flexors, biceps as well. You decide how far you can move forward or rock forward, what's appropriate for your mobility. And last one. All right, now let's turn those hands around. A similar move. Let's start with them close to our bodies, though, fingers facing us. And now we can rock back and forward. Now, if you're not feeling much of a stretch here, you can move those hands out a little bit and then rock back. Always better to start with the easier variation. You can always increase the intensity.
Ooh, yeah. I feel it more in my right wrist, so don't be alarmed if you feel a little bit more of a deeper stretch in one wrist compared to the other.
Or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, turn those hands back around. And now we're going to move into a downward dog position. We're going to stretch out that posterior chain coming up. And I want you to pull those hips back, almost like somebody's behind you and they're pulling those hips backwards, relaxing your shoulders, almost like you're trying to bring your underarms to the floor. And you can walk it out if you want a little additional stretch on those calves, right to left. Nice and relaxed here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last warm-up move we're going to perform is called a prone pullback. Let's go ahead and get into a prone position. So that's lying on our front side, our interior. Arms are extended out in front of us. And we are going to bring our upper body up as we pull back from our elbows and then extend our hands all the way back up overhead. So you want to get a full range of motion on those arms, reaching as far as you can with those fingertips, and then pulling as far back as you can. This is warming up your rotator cuffs, scapula, shoulders, back, chest, all getting hit with one move here.
Make sure you exhale on the pullback. Inhale back down.
Another great dynamic warm-up move here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, hopefully your body's feeling warm.
Yes.
Got that overall body temperature elevated, ready to work. Today's session, as we mentioned in the introduction, we're gonna just do one set of each exercise. We're gonna do 45 seconds of work, followed by 15 seconds of rest. And it's that 15-second rest period is when we're gonna explain that next move to you. So we're gonna keep that pace going.
Keep the pace up.
We
Let's
need
go.
one moderately weighted kettlebell for this first one. We're gonna do a goblet. So that means we're gonna hold the kettlebell here by the horns, a goblet curtsy lunge plus calf raise. I'm gonna, my right leg, I'm gonna step back into the left, drop both knees to a 90, back up, calf raise. Opposite side, back up, calf raise. 45 seconds of work. Here we are.
Let's do it.
And begin. So depending on your mobility and strength level, you can decide how far you want to step that leg back, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Make sure to hit that calf raise in between, driving off the balls of the feet. Alternating between the right and left. So it's that one set of 45 seconds of these. Don't make it count. Controlling that way down. Try not to bounce your back knee off the floor. And we're inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. Not much left here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, we're gonna work on our upper body for the next one. We're gonna move to the floor. We're going to perform a half kneeling press. So it's a shoulder movement. Depending on your strength levels, you may need to mix it up. We're gonna place our left foot up. I'm gonna get my right kettlebell in a rack position by my chin. My left arm is out. Now pressing straight up, finishing with that bicep by my ear. 45 seconds, ready, hit it. And halfway through, we are gonna switch. So it's 45 seconds of the move, but 22 and a half seconds per side.
Inhale down, exhale as you push that weight up overhead.
Keeping your core tight and braced throughout. We don't want it relaxed. One into the next here. Getting ready to switch soon. And 3, 2, 1, switch. Okay, so we need to switch our legs as well here. Ready, and begin. We don't want our core loose. Also notice how I'm not twisting my wrists at all. I'm keeping that palm facing in throughout the whole move.
Thanks for the reminder.
Breathe in on the way down, exhaling on the way up. For 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, very
goodness.
good. All right, we're gonna need a lighter kettlebell for the next one. It's a combination move, lower body and arm exercise. We're gonna perform an isometric split squat plus a bottom up curl. So just go ahead and grab that one kettlebell by the handle. I'm gonna step into a split squat position, isometric. I'm gonna hold here. Now, with my opposite side arm, I'm gonna perform a bottom up curl. Okay, it's 45 seconds of that one.
So 22 and a half seconds just in an iso position.
Well, yeah, I mean, really the whole thing.
Wow.
45 in the position, but switching halfway.
All right, let's do it.
Ready, and begin.
It's a good thing I dropped my weight.
Yeah, we need a lighter for this one.
Significantly.
Just your own body weight on this one's enough to kick your butt, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness, yeah it is. Especially if you have a little cumulative fatigue from past workouts.
Well, that'll add
That's
up.
really gonna eat your lunch. But
3, 2, 1, switch.
you're stronger than that.
And down. If you want that arm out, that's cool. You want it on your hip, that's cool. Whatever is comfortable for you here.
Oh, my shoulders are on fire from the last one, so just holding my arm out. Goodness.
All right, it's working already, folks. Hope you're feeling it too.
Ooh.
For 3, 2, 1, and 0. Break. Next up, we're gonna move into an isolation exercise for our triceps. That's that big muscle in the back of the arm. Let's go ahead and to get our setup. Let's go ahead and start by having those thumbs close to our bell with our palms facing us. We're gonna curl that weight up, bring it up overhead. And now with our elbows, we are going to extend at our arm straight up overhead. All right, 45 seconds. Ready and begin. Trying your best to keep those elbows in on this one. It's gonna help to isolate those triceps. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Keep that core tight, a little bend in our knees.
Making sure your ribs are stacked overneath your pelvis, over and above your pelvis.
There it is.
Your pelvis needs to be underneath your ribs.
You know, sometimes I think people underestimate how difficult it is to speak, guide, and
my gosh.
exercise all at the same time.
Especially when your triceps are on fire.
Fire! Almost there, not much left here. For
5 more seconds.
There it is.
4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's let those triceps breathe for a minute. And now we're going to move into a one leg, stiff leg deadlift. I'm gonna do mine from the one leg.
I'm gonna do mine from a kickstand variation.
So I'm gonna give you a couple different variations to work with. Starting with that kettlebell in my right hand, I'm gonna hinge my hips, slight bend in my left leg, and then bring my hips forward. So hips back, hips forward.
And you notice for my variation, it's pretty much the same, except I have my right toes in line with my left heel.
Either way, that lead leg is doing the work.
That's right.
Ready, begin. Keep that back straight. Head stays in line with your spine.
That's right. You can either have your arm out to the side or on your waist, making sure that your neck and spine and shoulders are all square.
We're gonna switch in 3, 2, 1. All right, same move, opposite side, and begin. So when we hinge like this, we're driving those hips back on every repetition, almost like we're trying to touch our glutes to the wall behind us.
Your knees should maintain the exact same flexion throughout the entire movement, doing your best not to turn this into a squat. Not much left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
Good, I barely made it through that. All right, let's move on to a staggered kettlebell row. We need one heavier kettlebell for this next one. We're going to move into a staggered stance. So our feet, my right foot is back, both knees are bent. I'm gonna bend over at a 45-degree angle. Shoulders are square. Now, grabbing my kettlebell, pulling back from that elbow. It's gonna be 45 seconds each side.
Ooh.
Or I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness,
No,
22 and a half
22
seconds.
and a half each side. Whew. Ready, begin. My bad. Just making sure you all were listening, that's all.
Oh yeah, I was listening.
Make sure that elbow is guiding the way. And if you're doing it right, it's also working your core and your legs.
Oh yeah, I feel it definitely in this lead leg here.
That's right.
Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and give it a switch.
All right, switch it up, same move.
Come on, don't waste
And
any
go.
time. No downtime.
That core is tight and braced, almost like we're filling up a balloon all the way around.
There should be no rotation here.
Head
Nice and
stays in line
straight.
with that spine.
Not much left. In 3, 2, 1, and break.
Ah, excellent. We're gonna want a lighter kettlebell for the next one. We're gonna do a cross-body step back plus chop. So
Ooh.
grabbing that kettlebell from our handle, palms are facing us. I'm gonna step back with my right foot, bring that kettlebell back with it. And now I'm gonna chop across as I step up, hinging at my hips as I go back and swinging diagonally across the body.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Always better to start light and you can work your way up if you need to. And 3, 2, 1, step back and stand up. hinging those hips. Back stays straight. You don't want a rounded one on this one.
You want to exhale as you bring the bell up and over. So, and then inhale down.
That's it. Nice big power move here. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Same move, opposite side, left side now. And across. Again, get that breathing in sync with your movement. It'll help tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
Work on our hamstrings, glutes, shoulders, core, all together.
Not much left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
All right. We got a big compound lower body move for you next. We're gonna perform a 3-1 tempo suitcase squat. So, 3-1
Just
tempo
as
is
the
gonna
name
be,
suggests.
we're gonna go 3 seconds on the way down. So grab that kettlebell in one hand, opposite hand is out, feet are hip width apart. 1, 2, 3, 1. Switching halfway through. Ready, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 1. Hips go back. Break at the hips, then the knees. Core stays straight here. Avoid that temptation to bend one way or the other.
Head up, chest up.
Driving through your midfoot. Shouldn't be falling back onto your heels or onto your toes. And switch, same move. Opposite hand, and go. The leg's still working. Just switching which hand has got the grip. Really working your core on this one.
What an insanely practical move.
Yeah, this is the type of move we actually do in real life, isn't it?
Groceries, kids, carriers,
You
all
name
kinds
it.
of things.
Yard work. For 3, 2, 1, 0.
Woo.
All right, we're gonna move to the floor for a core exercise. And we're going to perform a dead bug with our kettlebell. Grab that one kettlebell down to the floor. We'll start with that kettlebell in a rack position, holding it straight up. Both arms are straight up. Now my legs are gonna be in a tabletop position. My lower back is glued to the floor. Now I'm gonna extend my right leg and left arm return.
You notice my variation is different because I'm performing heel taps and I'm coming right back up to starting position.
Decide what's best for you. Ready, begin. So again, all one side at a time, and then we'll switch halfway through.
And doing heel taps is just a progression movement, helps me to maintain contact with my lower back better until I'm able to extend my leg.
And that's the key. Find the variation that challenges you, but it also allows you to keep that lower back glued to the floor. And switch. So now opposite hand has the kettlebell, and then opposite arm and leg are extending. But that lower back stays glued throughout the whole move. So if you find that that lower back is coming up, you either switch to a heel tap or lighten your weight.
And you're going to exhale as you extend.
We call this an anti-rotation core exercise.
Oh yeah.
Working those deep core muscles.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
Excellent. We're gonna stay down on the floor for the next one. Let's switch that kettlebell into opposite hand. We're gonna perform a kettlebell chest press. So starting with that kettlebell straight overhead, bending that elbow in about a 45-degree angle, lowering it to the floor, and pressing back up and across the body. Ready, and begin. Inhale, exhale, inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. But do not bounce that kettlebell off the floor. Choosing a weight that's gonna challenge you for the whole set. That's it. Working our tricep, chest, shoulders, all at the same time here.
Ready? In 3, 2, 1, and switch.
All right, same move,
Switch
opposite
very
side.
carefully.
Yeah, there we go. Sometimes better to set it down. There it is.
Definitely don't want this kettlebell falling on you.
No, that would be a bad day. Keep fighting, keep pushing. Let's go. How many can you get, folks? Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. And as you press up, you're also pressing across, and that makes sure that we get that little extra contraction of our chest muscle.
In 3, 2, 1, and break.
Okay, all done with those. We're gonna stay on the floor, but we need to turn back over for this next one.
I'm actually going to switch my weight up for this one.
We're gonna do a high plank kettlebell row.
And I'm going to do mine from my knees.
So I'm gonna come up onto my feet, and I have that kettlebell in front of me as a reach row. Now, with that kettlebell starting in front of me, I'm gonna pull back from the elbow and then extend, trying my best not to rotate as I do this.
Right, keeping your shoulders square.
You decide if it's better on your feet or on your knees for this one. Here we go. Ready, and begin.
I promise I'll keep better count on this one.
Abs stay tight. You can flex those glutes as well. You are on your feet. A little spacing between your feet will help you keep your balance. Reaching out in front every time.
Switching in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides.
All right, try
Here
not
we
to
go.
come down. Right into the other side. Begin. Let that elbow lead the way. So you're pulling from the elbow, not the hand. Elbow comes back. Almost like there's a string attached to that elbow.
Come on, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
All right. Next up, we're gonna work on our lower body with a kettlebell side lunge up on our feet. I'm gonna have that kettlebell in my right hand. I'm gonna step to my left side with my left leg, reach across, drop my hips back, and back up to center position. Half and half on each side. You decide which depth is appropriate for you today.
That's right.
Ready, and begin sitting back every time.
So if you're about here and back up, perfectly fine. Just make sure that you're moving those hips back towards the wall.
That leg that's stepping can get a little point out on the toes, be helpful as you drive that hip out. Inhale on the way down. Exhale
right.
on the way up.
Exhale as you push back up.
And switch.
Whew.
Okay, ready, begin, opposite side. There it is. Nice big step.
Ooh. Good stretch.
Working our hamstrings, glutes, lower body, really complete lower body move. Also that inner thigh, you feel that stretch working.
Come on, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
Okay, I'm gonna take my one kettlebell, I'm gonna move to the floor in a kneeling position next. We're gonna do a kneeling kettlebell clean plus press. So grabbing that kettlebell, palms facing me from the handle. I'm gonna hinge, hips back slightly. I'm gonna explode forward, clean, press overhead, back down, repeat. So one more time. So explode up and you switch that handle position. Press overhead, reverse it. Ready.
I'm ready.
And begin. Whew. So it's big power on that first move as you switch that kettlebell position and then drive it straight overhead with those shoulders.
What an excellent core movement.
Oh yeah, I don't even talk about the core. Keep that core braced throughout. So we don't want it loose here. Again, we talked about before, we're blowing that balloon up 360 degrees. Not much left, come on. Right to the end, what do you got?
Let's go.
How many can you get here? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice.
Ooh.
Boom, shakalaka. Nice work out there, HASfit tribe.
Nice work. I don't know about that.
You don't like the boom shakalaka?
No, I don't.
Okay, you want to do that again or?
No, we can move on.
Okay, we'll move on. All right, next we're going to move into a cool down. We're going to do a side lying quad stretch to start. So let's move to the floor. I like the boom shakalaka. No? Okay, well, I'll edit that one out. Starting from our left side, we're going to work on that quadricep. We're going to reach back, pull either your foot, ankle, whatever you got. If you can't quite reach it, you can use a towel or a band. We're just going to hold here. Purpose of our cool down is to allow our heart rate to come down slowly, gain some extra mobility at the same time. Hitting that quadricep with this first one. For 3, 2, 1, 0. Go ahead and take that right leg, bring it over, and we're gonna move into a page turner. Left hand on top of our right hand, like we're a book. And now we're going to open that book, twist, but try your best to keep that right knee down. And now we're gonna bend at our elbow, extend overhead, pull back down, extend our arm, and then close the book. So this is a page turner plus half angel. Do it again, open that book. Try your best to have that hand and arm on the floor. That's like what we're going for, but many of you won't be able to get it there, and that's okay, at least not today. That's a good thing to work towards. Bending that elbow. It's almost like we're trying to drag our hand and arm on the floor, then extend. Very good. Let's go one last one here. Nice, full range of motion as we open it up and extend, close the book. Let's go through that same sequence on the opposite side now.
All right.
Gotta keep things even, of course.
Of course.
I'm still hung up on boom shakalaka. My feelings are hurt.
I really wish you wouldn't be.
Married life. Okay, we're gonna reach back, grab that opposite side foot. Try your best to keep that knee in close to your body, the best that you can, best that your mobility will allow you. And we're just gonna hold here. Stretching out that quadricep, which is that big thigh muscle.
Got a lot of work today.
Got a lot of work in those quads today. For 3, 2, 1, let it go. Bring it up and over. Close that book to start. Now let's open that book. Bend that elbow, extend overhead, and return back.
This side feels the worst.
Both of my sides feel the worst.
Oh, gosh.
This half angel, this one's always tough.
And if you feel some snaps, oh gosh, don't worry about it.
As long as there's no pain associated with it, a little
Exactly.
bit of popping's all right.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that disclaimer there.
This is a very efficient move. We're hitting so many muscle groups with this one move, multiple planes of movement. That half angel's really hitting your shoulders,
Holy
chest, back.
I would say even my neck a little bit with this one.
Sure. That spine mobility as well. Last one. Reaching up, pull it back. Oh. All right, we're going to move into a straight leg hamstring stretch. So let's lie down on our backs, flat on our backs for this next one. Legs straight out in front of us. And I'm going to alternate right and left legs, keeping that leg nice and straight as I kick it up. You're going to feel that hamstring stretch, glute stretch, calf stretch.
All the stretch.
All the
stretch back there.
How you feeling about that workout from yesterday, Claudia? Is it kicking in about right now?
Yeah, it's kicking in.
Kicking in.
Kicking in.
Of course, you can get that leg higher if you were to bend your knee, but then you wouldn't be getting much of a stretch, right? So keep that leg straight, even if you're not getting it that high up.
Doing the best that we can here.
That's it. None of
That's
us are
it, folks.
perfect. Don't judge us. Don't judge me on my lack of hamstring mobility right now after a heavy run week.
Or me either. It's just, I want to see you do this on camera. Subject yourself.
That's all right. We love those comments. Bring them on. Both the love and the hate. We'll take it. For 3, 2, 1, and 0. That is it.
Ooh, it's over.
You made it, HASfit Tribe. You made it, Claudia.
I made it. You made it.
We made it. Nice work, everybody. You know, the thing that we found is the key to consistency in getting results is following a complete exercise program.
That's right. And we have those programs for you, whether it's muscle building, fat loss, or just feeling more confident in your own skin.
And you can find those programs in the HASfit app. So download it now and check it out.
Don't forget to like us on your favorite social media channel.
Until next time, I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.